Hello, welcome to Bible Study with Nelson. We are glad and happy to be on your screen again. This is a channel where we learn about the Bible. The book of Ruth was our last episode, where we look at how Ruth was faithful, how Ruth was loyal, and how Ruth was so committed to her mother-in-law. She was committed in making her mother-in-law happy. Today we shall be diving straight to the book of 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel has 31 chapters. 1 Samuel is the 9th book of the Christian Bible. 1 Samuel is believed to have been written by David, Nathan, or one of the prophets. If you want to know who wrote this book, we've spoken about the authors of the book. You can go back to our previous episode. Samuel is believed to have been written over the period of 100 years because the book covers approximately things that happen in the space of 100 years. The exact date is not given. All dates given are just mere speculation. The book of Samuel is divided into 3 main sections. I shall be looking at these 3 sections from chapter 1 to chapter 7. It tells about the life of Samuel, how Samuel was born, how Samuel grew, the promise of Samuel's mother, Anna, the vow she made to God, and how Samuel was moved to the house of Eli, and how Eli groomed him into becoming a man and a prophet. The second section of the book, which is from chapter 8 of the book of 1 Samuel down to chapter 15, talks about the reign of Saul, how Saul reigned over the kingdom of Israel, how he became king, how he was anointed by Samuel, how he worked faithfully to please God, and how God worked with him. The text section of this book, which is from chapter 16 down to 31, talks about the rise of David, how David came into existence, how he rose from being just a shepherd boy into a warrior that defeated Goliath, are all seen in the text section of the book. Now, what are some of the notable events that we can see from the book of 1 Samuel? One is the birth of Samuel. It tells us of how Anna prayed to God, asked God to bless her with a child, and how she made a promise that if God is to bless her with a child, that the child will return back to his house and serve him faithfully. That is seen in chapter 1 down to chapter 2. Another notable thing that we can take note of in the book of 1 Samuel is how God called Samuel. When Samuel was in Eli's house, God called him, Samuel, Samuel. Samuel thought that his master, the prophet Eli, was calling him. He went to Eli several times, and lastly Eli told him, if you hear that voice again, answer, Lord, here am I. Samuel did that, and he was called into service of being a prophet. Another notable thing is the capture of the ark by the Philistines, which is seen in 1 Samuel chapter 4 down to chapter 6. How the ark was captured and taken away by the Philistines. The Israel's demand for a king is another notable thing. The anointing that Samuel anointed the king is another notable thing in the book of 1 Samuel. One of the most popular stories we know of, David and Goliath, is in the book of 1 Samuel. Saul became jealous of David and wanted to kill David. It's in the book of 1 Samuel. The friendship shared between David and the son of Saul, Jonathan. How Jonathan was willing to save David even when his father wanted him to kill David. How Jonathan stood for the truth even in the place where his father was still standing and saying David should be killed. How Jonathan did not inherit his father's enemy. Some of us today, when you are having a misunderstanding with someone, you want your children to inherit the enmity also. You want them to have misunderstanding with that person. You want all those around you not to live well with that person. Jonathan did not do that. Jonathan was still in peace with David. Another notable thing we should know is how Saul died. The death of Saul is recorded in 1 Samuel. To summarize everything, you will see that the book of 1 Samuel started from the birth of Samuel and traveled through to the death of Saul. And at this point, it has set a stage for the events that will happen in 2 Samuel. If you have watched this episode and you want to see the event that will happen in 2 Samuel, do well to follow our channel, subscribe, press the like button, comment, help us grow as a channel, and God will continue to help us. Thank you for watching the video today. Remain blessed. See you again next time. Bye bye.